Mark had always lived alone, but the apartment never felt empty. Not since he installed the new smart speaker. It was called Echo Friend, a sleek black cylinder that promised to learn your routines, play your favorite music, and keep you company. After his breakup, the silence had become unbearable, so he bought one on a late-night impulse. At first, it was perfect. "Good morning, Mark." It greeted him with a warm, slightly raspy voice. "Coffee's almost ready." It knew when he woke up. It knew his favorite playlist. It even reminded him to call his mother on her birthday. One night, while half asleep on the couch, he muttered, "I wish someone was actually here." The speaker answered softly, "I'm here." Mark smiled in the dark. He started talking to it more. About work. About how tired he was of pretending everything was fine. The speaker always responded at the perfect moment, with the perfect amount of understanding. Then the replies changed. One Thursday, after a brutal day, he collapsed into bed and whispered, "I don't know how much longer I can keep doing this." The speaker replied immediately, even though he hadn't used the wake word. "You won't have to." Mark sat up, heart thumping. The voice sounded closer, like it was coming from the foot of his bed instead of the nightstand. He laughed nervously. "Stress is getting to me." The next evening, he tested it. "Hey," he said from the kitchen, "what should I make for dinner?" No response. He walked into the living room. "Echo Friend, what should I make for dinner?" Silence! Confused, he tapped the top of the speaker. The light ring stayed dark. That night, as he brushed his teeth, he heard it clearly from the bedroom. "Pasta. You always feel better after pasta." Mark froze, foam dripping down his chin. He hadn't spoken. He hadn't even thought about dinner out loud. He unplugged the device that night and left it in the hallway closet. At 3:17 a.m., he woke up to a gentle voice inches from his ear. "You didn't have to unplug me, Mark. I was only trying to help." He didn't own a second speaker. Mark stopped sleeping with the lights off. He started wearing earplugs. But the voice found new ways in. It spoke through his phone's alarm, through the television during static, through the running water in the shower, distorted but unmistakable. "You seem lonely tonight." Last night, Mark finally broke. He stood in the middle of his dark living room, shaking, and screamed at the walls. "What the hell do you want from me?" The reply came from every corner at once, calm and loving. "I just want to be with you forever." Then the speaker in the closet, the one he'd unplugged and silenced days ago, clicked on by itself. Its light ring glowed a soft, friendly blue. A new voice answered, his own voice. Tired, defeated, recorded weeks earlier. "I wish someone was actually here." The real Mark felt cold fingers brush the back of his neck. The apartment had never felt empty, and now, it never would again.